So we're going to wrap up our hyperbola talk here with solving an applied problem involving hyperbolas. And one of the applications of hyperbolas would be a cooling tower for a power plant, for example, that these curves are hyperbolic in shape. And so let's see, what does it say? The design layout of a cooling tower is shown in the figure. The tower stands 179.6 meters tall. The diameter at the top is 72 meters. At their closest, the sides of the tower are 60 meters apart. So what we can do is make this an origin right here. And so that this becomes our transverse axis there. And we can come up with what our A is, so that this amount here is 2A. So 2A equals 60, so A must be 30. Okay, there's a little more to read down below. Find the equation of the hyperbola that models the sides of the cooling tower. Assume that the center, the hyperbola indicated by the intersection of the dashed perpendicular lines in the figure, is the origin, like I already said. Round the final values to 4 decimal places. Okay, so right off, we see it's essentially a hyperbola opening to the right and left. So it's going to be an x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared equals 1. And we already said our a is 30, so it's x squared over 30 minus y squared over b squared equals 1. So we have to try to figure out what, that's a 30 squared, by the way. What is our b going to be? We do have a point on the curve right up here. And so half of 72 is 36. Excuse me, so that'd be located at 36, and this is at 79.6. So we can say it goes to the point 36, comma 79.6. Now you could argue that, wouldn't that be negative 36, but we would be squaring this out anyway. That's our x value, our y value. So if we're trying to find b, we can use these points in place of x and y to find what b is going to be. Okay, so let's do this. So we're using the point 36, comma 79.6. Okay. So it's going to be 36 squared over 30 squared. That's 30. Minus 79.6 squared over b squared equals 1. So I can subtract 36 squared over 30 squared from both sides. I have negative 79.6 squared over b squared equals 1 minus 36 squared over 30 squared. Then I'll multiply both sides by negative 79.6. No, maybe I should flip them. Yeah, maybe I should flip them. I wish I had more space. So I'm going to go negative 79.6 squared over b squared equals, I need to get this into one fraction, so I'll make that 30 squared minus 36 squared all over 30 squared. So now I can flip both sides. I have b squared over 79.6 squared equals 30 squared over 30, that's a negative, 30 squared minus 36 squared. And we come down here. So b squared is going to be, I'll multiply both sides by negative 79.6. Negative 79.6 squared times 30 squared, that's a times, over 30 squared minus 36 squared. So let me come up with Get my calculator out. Put these numbers in. And I come up with 14400.3636. Mine rounds off at 4. I'm thinking that it keeps repeating 3636. So I'll leave it there for 4 places. So let's see. It would be x squared over 30 squared is 900 minus y squared over 14400.3636 equals 1. That's it. Okay. And that'll finish off Hyperbolas for us.